How much passive income did I receive this month? And how much will I have to pay the taxman's claw? But what's this? It looks like he's learnt how to drive and is on his way to find me and grab my money. In this video, I'll show how much I received from both share dividends and premium bond prizes in February. And if you stay to the end, I'll reveal the 4 companies I've been putting more money into. And I'll also show how my portfolio has performed so far this year. This is not investment advice, and I'm just showing you my own journey. On the 6th of February, I received a small present from Experian. This company provides global data analytics and credit reporting. The shares have had a terrible year so far, down 16%, mainly because of fears that the rise of generative AI may threaten Experian's future profits. As you would have seen from last month's video, I've been buying up more shares at these lower prices. The company pays a dividend yield of 1.7% spread over 2 payments a year. What I particularly like about Experian is its ability so far to grow the dividend consistently year after year. This month, Experian paid out a total of £20. On the 10th, it was the turn of Sage to reward its shareholders. Sage is a leading provider of accountancy software for small to mid-sized businesses, and it too could be exposed to threats from AI. The shares are down 21.7% so far this year. The yield is 2.7% spread over 2 payments. Just like Experian, Sage has a great track record of raising its dividend, a very good sign indeed. This month, Sage paid out a total of £25. If you like these sorts of videos, then please hit the like button, as it really helps out the channel. On the 2nd, I received a payout from United Utilities. The company provides water services for over 7 million people in the UK. The shares are up 16.2% this year so far, and the dividend is above average for a FTSE 100 company at 3.7%. Dividends have been growing nicely, and I'm happy to hold this company for the long term. This month, United Utilities paid out a total of £135. On the 27th, I received an envelope of cash from Greencoat Wind Energy. Greencoat generates clean electricity for the national grid. It's had a very difficult time recently and is down over 4% this year. However, the dividend is absolutely huge at over 10%. And what's more, the dividend history seems robust. Can this continue? We'll have to wait and see. This month, Greencoat Wind Energy paid out a total of £190. On the 4th, it was the turn of British American Tobacco to pay dividends to its shareholders. The company is the world's 3rd largest tobacco company by volume. The shares are up 11.2% this year. It pays a large dividend of 5.2% spread over 4 payments a year. Dividend history shows a long-term upward trend. This month, the British American Tobacco paid out a total of £230. And now, onto the monthly premium bond draw. I use premium bonds as my emergency fund, kept out of the market on purpose. The headline prize rate is currently 3.6%, but in April it's falling to 3.3%. There is 1 draw a month. You have easy access to your money. There is a chance to win £1 million each month, and all winnings are tax-free. The first £1 million winner this February was based in Bedfordshire and held the maximum of £50,000 in bonds. The second lucky winner was from Liverpool, also with the maximum holding of £50,000. No £1 million for me this month, but I did manage to win 3 prizes totalling £250. The bar on the left shows my expected average winnings so far this year with £50,000 invested. And the bar on the right shows what I've actually won. As you can see, I'm slightly behind at the moment, and it will be interesting to see what happens as the year progresses. So the total passive income this month was £850. Oh, and here comes the taxman's claw to take some of my dividends away. How much do I owe the claw? Well, United Utilities, Greencoat Wind and British American Tobacco are all safely tucked away inside a stocks and shares ISA. And my premium bonds are also protected from tax. However, my dividends from Sage and Experian are unfortunately outside the ISA. and that means the taxman will get his grubby paws on some of those dividends. This month I had to pay the claw a total of £15 in tax. And there he goes, driving off into the sunset with my money. February is not a great month for dividends, but this chart shows how my February passive income after tax has changed over the last few years. Remember, I don't spend the dividends, I simply reinvest them back in to produce even more dividends the following year, and so the snowball grows. This chart shows how my average passive income per month has changed since I started my journey in 2009. This is only dividends and does not include premium bond prizes. All figures are after tax. You can see the impact of the pandemic in 2020, but also how quickly it recovered. I'm now receiving an average of £1,573 a month in dividends after tax. At the time of this video, the dividend yield of the FTSE 100 is 2.8%. My own portfolio is even lower at 2.5%. But as I've been investing for so long and companies tend to raise their dividends over time, the yield on the amount I've put in is 6.3%. Now, dividends are only part of the story, of course. There is capital growth as well, which actually makes up the main part of my total return. The UK stock market has done incredibly well this year. I hold around 30 individual UK companies, in addition to a few exchange-traded funds. So how has the actual value of my portfolio changed after the first 2 months of 2026? Let's take a look. At the start of the year, the portfolio stood at 690k, and in just 2 months it's increased to 762k. I've put in 4k over those 2 months from wages and savings, which is a bit more than I normally do, and I'll explain why later. This gives me a net gain of 67,000 in just 2 months. This equates to a percentage gain of 9.8% so far in 2026. These are of course unrealised gains, as I haven't actually sold anything to lock in a profit. Before I reveal everything I've been buying this month, why not start your own investing journey by opening a stocks and shares ISA with Trading 212? And they will give you a free fractional share worth up to £100 if you click on my link in the video description, or scan this handy QR code and let your investing journey begin. With the current financial year soon ending, it's probably best not to leave opening an ISA to the very last minute, because this year's £20,000 ISA allowance cannot be rolled forward to the next financial year. It's a case of use it or lose it. These are the companies which I own and which will be paying dividends in March. As you can see here, there are 6 of them. Why not hit the subscribe button to be notified as soon as I release that video? Subscribing to my channel is absolutely free. So what have I been buying in February? Over the last month, the London Stock Exchange Group, RELX and Sage have all suffered fairly large share price falls, mainly stemming from panic over potential disruption from generative AI. Perhaps this panic has been overdone. We'll have to wait and see. But while share prices are lower, I've used some extra savings to put a bit more money in. Another share which has fallen heavily in February is the drinks maker Diageo, and they have announced a dividend cut. I've also added a bit more to Diageo. Will these shares do well, or will they crash further? Nobody knows. The market can be extremely volatile, especially over short time horizons. Now, to see my entire investing journey and how long I predict it could take for me to reach the magic million, then click this video here. See you next time, and happy investing.